Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. And today we are going to do some caving because I'm out of materials. After building this farm I have hardly anything, so let's get to it. Now there were two ravines over this way somewhere, and I want to talk to you guys about something. Let's see. Should be running into it soon, so I don't fall into it. No, I think that's it over there. No. Oh, there we go. There we go. This is a big one. This is a double ravine. Let's take out the shovel. Oh, that's scary. Eat my watermelon. Oh man, I hate watermelon in real life. It's one of those foods that I try to like, but can never actually like. I don't know why. Oh man. Woo. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is, I don't know if anybody has noticed about the way that I've been doing my Let's Plays, that I might seem a little bit random at times or lose my train of thought into lava. And I wanted to talk to you guys about that because I actually have attention deficit disorder. I have problems staying focused and keeping on task, which is one reason why I'm also doing this. Oh god, to help me out, focusing on the task at hand. Oh man. I also have a bit of, oh man, there's a whole bunch of them in here. OCD. Ow, ow, ow. And insomnia. So I wanted to talk to you guys about those. Now, I shouldn't have done a caving episode for this. So let's start off. I wasn't diagnosed when I was young with attention deficit disorder, but I did have sleeping problems. I had a very, very hard time falling asleep, and an even harder time waking up. Something that I still have problems with now. Yay. Yeah, it's something I still have problems with right now. And I don't have, well, I don't really have ADHD. I have ADD, the non-hyperactive version of it. So basically, I have problems, keeping focus at the task at hand. If it's not really enjoyable, or if it's something I don't enjoy doing, like my job at work, I tend to lose focus on what I'm doing. Same with conversations. If I'm talking to somebody, not that I'm finding the person actually boring, but I'll actually forget, kind of, like I'll lose track of what's being said. It might seem like I'm not, how can I put it, I'm listening to you, but it's not registering. Yeah, when I was growing up, my parents actually thought I had hearing problems. I went and got a hearing test. They put me in a big soundproof room and gave me, it looked like a joystick from what I can remember, and I had to press the button whenever I heard a sound. Well, being a kid, being around 10 years old, I pretended I was a fighter pilot, and every time I heard a beep, I sent out a missile. But anyways, I'd probably still do that anyways. So I was diagnosed with ADD in my early 20s, and I was the one that kind of found out that I had it. What happened was I have a friend who is dyslexic. I have a hard time pronouncing that. And he did a project on people with dyslexia. And he briefly talked about attention deficit disorder. Oh. So while he was going through the symptoms of attention deficit disorder, I kept going in my head, that sounds a lot like me. That sounds a lot like me. So at the end, at the end of his presentation, I went online and I took a test. I don't remember what the test was. It was a long time ago. It just asked you various questions. Oh, another ravine. On how you, like, your thought process and all that. And at the end of the test, it said, you should go get checked out. Ooh. So I did. I had a long test at my college, and it was confirmed that I actually have, I nearly fell down there, attention deficit disorder, which didn't really, it doesn't bother me. Also, if you have it, it shouldn't bother you. It's just the way you think. But talking to them, they also diagnosed me with OCD. I'm more of the... Whoa, God. There's different types of OCDs and attention deficit disorders. One of them, people know the hand washer ones. There's also the hoarders, people who hoard stuff. I'm more of a checker, where basically I have to check the front door. Like, for example, I have to check the front door of the house. I'll check it. I'll walk maybe a couple of, maybe for about 10 seconds. And automatically I have to check the door again. Or it bugs me. It's an anxiety thing. Spiders. Don't like spiders. Yeah, it's an anxiety thing. People with OCD know they have OCD. Normally they know they have OCD, but they can't do really anything to stop that thought process. Sorry. There was a chicken in there? There's a chicken, right? How did you get in here? Okay. I'm trying to get on with my story, guys. So yeah, I tend to check a lot of stuff. And I don't take any medication for my attention deficit disorder, but I do take medication for my OCD. Because what was happening was I also have, because of my attention deficit disorder and my OCD, it was affecting my sleep. It was causing me to not sleep at all. I had insomnia, and I was immune, or mostly immune, to sleeping pills. Oh, that's not good. Sleeping pills. So, oh, this is a dangerous place. So I had a very, very hard time falling asleep, and an even harder time waking up. But for OCD, the medication that I'm on is actually an antidepressant. It's not because I'm depressed. It's because it stops the anxiety, basically. Dook. Okay. A lot of mushrooms in here. Yeah, it stops the anxiety. And I've only been on it recently, but it has helped my sleeping tremendously. I need more. But, put that there. Put that there. But I never felt, sad or ashamed or anything like that because I have it. I was just happy that, that I knew what was going on. And because now I knew, I was able to read up more on what's going on and develop tricks. And I have came up with tricks. Before I forget, my sleeping problems were so bad, and the main reason why I started taking medication for the OCD was because I was getting so little sleep that it was actually starting to affect my memory, where I was having a hard time remembering what's happened after a while. So far, this seems to be working. It's mostly because of the lack of sleep. Yay, XP. But, oh, I see you. But I have developed a couple of tricks to help me sleep. So if you're somebody like me and that has problems sleeping, one technique, the best technique for me, was white noise. I have a fan. I still sleep with a fan right now, either blowing on me or away from me, just generating noise. And while I try to sleep, I just concentrate on the fan. Because if you're also like me, I tend to stay in bed just staring at the ceiling thinking, and I can't shut off my brain. It won't stop thinking, and the fan has helped that tremendously. Or if not a fan, then you can use a white noise generator. But I would suggest a fan first. I used to do a radio, but that can also be a bit distracting. As for waking up, I still have problems waking up. Even though if I get 8 hours of sleep, it's not the same 8 hours of sleep as somebody else. And that's another thing with OCD. It'll sometimes, because of the anxiety, it'll wear you down. Dook. Like, you just feel fatigued, basically, tired all the time. Or at least I did. And of course, I'll still get that way, but not like before. I used to run on just 4 hours of sleep a night. Oh, I thought I saw you. Yeah, and I used to have 3 alarm clocks in my room, and I used to hide them throughout my room. And sometimes I would still sleep through them all, and at times I would wake up on the floor because I would turn them off in my sleep. I failed a couple of classes because of that. But I failed them before I even knew I had the attention deficit disorder and OCD and the insomnia. I knew something was going on, but I couldn't pinpoint what. But I love it when they do that. But yeah, I don't take any medication for the attention deficit disorder. Because the attention deficit disorder itself doesn't bother me at all. As long as people understand when they talk to me that they might have to repeat themselves. If I don't get simple instructions, if I get complex instructions, then just give me something one at a time. For the most part, anyways. For the most part. Ooh, I see a chest there. Bread. Let me think what else. What else was there? Eat my watermelon. Okay, I came from... Oh, right here. So yeah, that's why I seem to lose my train of thought while doing these videos. It's not because I'm not organized, it's because I lose my train of thought. And my thought process is so random and weird. I don't know if you guys would like if I started blurting out some of the stuff that goes through my head. And it's all random stuff. I was once thinking about octopus puppies. I don't know why. But puppy, like octopuses with puppy faces. But octopus legs. That'd be freaky. Anyways. And sometimes when I get tired, I do have hyperactive tendencies. But after I found out I had attention deficit disorder, that's when I started really developing my sleeping tricks, which was the white noise. There's also another technique, which is I think it's called the ho-hum technique. I read it up somewhere that's it's a Chinese thing or whatnot. Okay. I'm not dropping anything. It's a Chinese technique, from my understanding, anyways. And it's basically while you're lying down, when you breathe in. What is it? Yeah, when you breathe in your mind, you just think ho, and when you breathe out, you hum. And you just do that in and out, and you just concentrate on that. And that sometimes works. Well, at least for me. Because it gets for me, it gets my mind thinking of something else, and it's a bit of a calming effect. But that if you're somebody like me and you're having problems sleeping, give it a shot. You never know. But white noise is for me is the best. Another thing you can do, this also works for me under extreme cases. I don't normally like taking stuff, but you can take something called, I believe it's pronounced melatonin. And your body, from my understanding, produces it naturally, but you can get like strips or pills, and I could use this one, and it'll help you fall asleep. And you can get chocolate flavored ones too. And I did use that too. I don't take that anymore. The fan helps a whole lot. That I don't need to take that stuff. But after I got everything under control, I started being a peer mentor at my school. And a peer mentor was a student with disabilities who helps out other students with disabilities. And we were each assigned one student. It was a pilot project at the school. They wanted to see how well it'll work. So I have been assigned a couple of students. And basically, I just help them deal with college life, give them advice when needed, and just basically somebody to listen to. I really enjoyed doing that. And because I'm a fairly open person, and I'm not really shy once I get going. I was pretty good at it. For a while I was the only peer mentor doing it. And unfortunately I don't know if they're still doing the peer mentor program. I wish it was there when I was going to school. But well, I can't do it now because I'm not a student. I graduated. Sorry, just gotta take care of these guys. But yeah, if you think you have attention deficit disorder, I would suggest getting yourself tested, and diamonds. Getting yourself tested. Keep in mind, I've heard this a couple of times. Everybody has attention deficit disorder to some degree, and that's true, but it's when it becomes you're basically diagnosed with it once it starts becoming a problem, or once it really starts getting in the way of stuff. And that's kind of, at least with me, what's happened. And yeah, and also if you have to take medication, keep in mind, like, it's not the end of the world to take medication for it. Just remember though, with this type of medication, and also I never look down at somebody who has to take medication for this sort of stuff, nor should anybody else. Nobody looks down at somebody who takes insulin, so you shouldn't do it for somebody who takes medication for attention deficit disorder. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Medication. Yeah. If you have to take medication, like taking medication can take some time to get used to. Like, sorry, not get used to, but to find the right type of medication. Same with OCD medications, because you're working with the brain, And the brain is a very complex thing. It's not muscle. Organ? No. I didn't take biology. What does the brain fall under? Brain, yes. It's very complex. So one medication for somebody won't work for everybody. Certain doses won't work for everybody. But I did try one medication for attention deficit disorder. I think it was Dexedrine. I think that's what it was called. But it wasn't helping me at all. And the psychiatrist I was talking to just really wanted to medicate me, which is not something I don't mind taking medication, but for me, I don't want it to be the first thing I do. Hello. Okay, you can stop screaming. Yeah, for me, I didn't want it to be the first thing. So, and with the OCD, it wasn't my first thing, but once it started really affecting my sleep, then I decided. And what really started setting it off is that I have a lot more responsibilities now. I have a baby. Gotta look after her. So, and I'm not depressed. It's anxiety. And basically, anxiety is an irrational fear. So, like, the reason why I would check the door, for example, over and over again is because I thought I left it unlocked. Even though that I know I locked it, I still had to check it, because back in my mind, there's a slight chance that it could be unlocked. Man, this place is huge. So, and even with the medication, I still do it. You can do some sort of exercises to help you through it, but it's a process. It's a process. Hip. It's down here. Lava. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions about attention deficit disorder or how I deal with stuff like this, or if you have any questions or anything, please feel free to ask. Just post it in the comments, or if you don't want to post it in the comments, contact me some way. I think you could private message in YouTube. So, no promises I can get to everybody, but if I can help somebody out, I'll do my best. Yeah, and also in school, I was actually assigned, like, to accommodate me, I was actually assigned a note taker. So I wasn't taking my own notes at school. And another thing, I was allowed, this one was weird. I was allowed getting a doctor's note for sleeping in. Do you know how hard it is to get a doctor's note, even if you're allowed to, when you sleep in? It's nearly impossible. And at the time, my psychiatrist only came in, like, once every once every 2 months. So she was the one that prescribed it to me. So I can't get a doctor's note. And one of the courses I failed was you're late for 3 classes, you fail. Well, well, I guess I'm failing, and yeah, that's what happened at the beginning. Keep in mind, at the beginning, I wasn't taking game development. I was taking, when all this happened, I was taking computer science. Yeah, I was taking computer science. Oh, and one thing, if you do have attention deficit disorder, this is true for anybody, but I find it more true for somebody with attention deficit disorder. Find a profession that you enjoy doing. I say that because if you do a profession that you do not enjoy doing, especially if you have attention deficit disorder, you'll have a hard time paying attention to your job. So that's why I feel that it's actually more important for you to find something that you do enjoy doing. Like if you have a hobby or something that you really like. If you like helping people, or if you like reading, find a profession that does that. If you like, making movies, drawing, playing video games. And for me, it's anything, like, I tend to gravitate to anything with video games. Anything technical I like. Yeah, anything technical I like doing. Like working with computer. Like I really enjoy fixing computers, so I tend to focus on that. Playing games, focus on that. Programming. I think there was one other point I was going to talk about. Can't think it off the top of my head. Yeah, I had a note taker in school. Oh, there was one program. This also kind of made me think that I also had a attention deficit disorder. No fault to the guy. No fault to the guy. He was a really nice guy. He was deaf, and he had 2 translators working with him. And I noticed that I could not pay attention to the program because their hands were moving so fast and I couldn't look away. In hindsight, I should have learned sign language. I probably would have paid attention in class. But it didn't help that they were good looking too. But anyways, female by the way. Yes. But yeah, I should have learned sign language. I probably would have paid attention. Let's see here. Let's see what's over. Chicken. Here. Okay, let's see. I only have one piece of dirt. But because of my attention deficit disorder, my one thing that affects me is greatly is my reading comprehension. What that means is I don't fully understand what I'm reading. So if you post a comment and I give you a weird answer, it's probably because I read it wrong. It happens quite a bit. For example, one thing that happens quite a bit is I have problems reading books. Not because I can read. I can read. But I don't pay attention to what I'm reading. So what happens is I forget what I'm reading. And it'll happen, and I'm kind of reading automatic. So as I'm flipping through the pages, reading away, I will forget what has happened 2 pages ago, and I would actually have to go back, reread, and read through it, and it would happen a lot in the book, and at the end I just get frustrated and I just stop reading. So, and during school I actually had a program that would read to me. It was called Cruise Wheel. But yeah, it would I could scan in a book, and it would read the PDF. And that was a service that the school did for me for free. It was all free with the school. So yeah, that's why I might seem to lose my train of thought while doing a video. It's all because I lost concentration, which is something, like I said, it's something I'll always have. Doesn't bother me. It's who I am. Yeah. I'm lost. Not that way. This way. Oh man. Let's see what's up here. Oh, die. Do I have any? No more sticks. Okay, let's dig this out. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or any comments or whatnot, feel free to ask me. It's what I used to do, so I enjoy helping people out. I need help right now. How do I get out of here? Just remember, not the end of the world. Oh, and I guess if you were wondering, some of the symptoms of attention deficit disorder, I got a list here. Be easily distracted, miss details, forget things, frequently switch from one activity to another. The way I get around that, because I do get a bit of that, is I work on 2 projects at the same time. Helps me a lot. When I start getting I guess you could say bored. It's not really bored, but if I get bored of one project, I'll just go to my second project. Hey, I think I found the exit. I'll just go to my second project. And then once I start getting bored or whatnot of the second project, then I'll go back to the first project. That helped me a lot in college. I have difficulty maintaining focus on one task. I still have problems with that. Become bored with a task after only a few minutes unless doing something enjoyable. That's why I say do something that you enjoy doing. It will greatly increase the quality of your life. And if you can't do something like that, do something on the side that you enjoy doing. Oh, the exit! Yay! I'm just gonna pillar out, I think. Having trouble completing or turning in homework assignments, often losing things needed to complete tasks or activities. Still do that. I told somebody once this before. They actually thought it was a good idea. It was a counselor. In my school, an A+, to get an A+, you only needed to do 90% of the work. You only needed a 90 to get an A+. So if you find you're having trouble completing a task and you have 90% done, instead of, I guess dwelling over it or whatnot, because people with ADD also tend to be we tend to be procrastinators. Instead of, don't lose sleep over it if you already have 90% done, because if you got that full 90%, then at least in my school you still get the A+. So you can work on your other assignment type of thing, and once you get time again, or once you feel up to it, then continue on with the project. And I did used to do that quite a bit. Not seem to listen when spoken to. That's me. Daydream, become easily confused and move slowly. Yeah, me. Have difficulty processing information as quickly and accurately as others. Yeah. Struggle to follow instructions. And that's somebody that has an individual with inattentive concentration. And if you have hyperactive, fidget and squirm in their seats, talk non-stop, dash around, touching or playing with anything and everything in sight, have trouble sitting still during dinner, school, doing homework, and story time, be constantly in motion, have difficulty doing quiet tasks or activities. I do fidget and squirm, and I do have a tendency of talking non-stop once in a while. I tend to fidget. And there's also, the other one is impulsivity, which is impatient, blurt out inappropriate comments, show their emotions without restraint, and act without regard for consequences. Have difficulty waiting for things they want or waiting their turns in games. Often interrupts conversations or other activities. And keep in mind, if you have like even a couple, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have attention deficit disorder. It's to the degree that it affects you. And I got that off of Wikipedia. Cite your work. Okay, well, I think that's about it. I think so. Yeah, if you need to take your medication, take your medication. Nobody will think less of you, and if they do, well, they're a jerk. If you have trouble sleeping, I'd suggest talk to your doctor or to somebody about melatonin. It should be safe. Well, I mean, your body produces it, but I don't want to say take mouthfuls of it and somebody, I don't know, something happens to them. Always be safe and read up on anything that you take. But I mean, this stuff is found. It's not even behind the counter at the pharmacy. It's right up in the aisle. So, also with insomnia, like I said, what helped me the most is white noise. Just having a fan on helps tremendously, and just concentrating on that fan. Doesn't even have to be blowing at you, although that helps me too. But just having the fan generating noise helps a lot, or that ho-hum technique. And OCD, well, I'm still trying to fix that or have it affect me less than it is currently. For that, all what I could suggest doing is just being aware. If you have OCD, it seems weird to say it, but it is one of the ways to help yourself out, and that is just to put yourself in a situation that that kind of triggers your anxiety. Like, I don't know, for example, let's say you are one of the types that wash your hands. Pet a cat and don't wash your hands. That's kind of like stick your hands in mud and leave them there for a bit or whatnot. Basically, put yourself in a situation that triggers it, and don't do your OCD thing. So, so if I was to like putting myself is basically like the door checker. If I feel that I have to check the door, don't check it. Well, they are going in. It's just slow. Okay. So yeah, just don't check it. Just keep going. Keep going. So. And like I said, that's still something I'm still trying to get. It's a lot better than what it used to be. And also, if you feel that you need to talk to somebody, you know, you could always talk to me. No guarantees that I can get to everybody, but I will try my best. And if not me, you could always talk to a psychiatrist or a doctor. And there's nothing wrong with going to a psychiatrist. Doesn't mean you're crazy. Maybe you are. I don't know. Alright, well, I hope that was helpful to you guys. I rambled on a lot this episode, but I just wanted to get my point across, that you're not alone, and why my videos sometimes seem to be random, or I don't seem to be organized, or whatnot. It's, well, because it's hard for me to be organized. It's who I am. And who knows, maybe you guys haven't noticed it. I notice it. I do notice it, and I try to snap myself out of it at times. But okay, this episode's a lot longer than I thought. Oh my god, it's 50 minutes long. Alright, well, I'm sorry guys about the length, but I hope as long as I got through to one person, you know, then then this video was a success in my eyes. But before we go, we got 2 and a bit of iron. That's good. We got 36 gold. Oh, we got 10 diamonds. That's good. Oh, I'm surprised that we got eggs. Why do we have eggs? And yeah, we got some redstone. Damn it. In here, this is my chicken farm, but I don't have a chicken to farm, so. Alright guys, well that's it for this episode. It's been a long one. I do still have problems ending my episodes, but because I don't want to end them. I want to keep talking to you guys. Alright guys, well thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.